Someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi. I thought he might have meant old Ben.
The Force is what gives the Jedi his power. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blast.
In the name of your true self, you've only forgotten. I know there is good in you. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
In 1997, a young Vaderfly experienced a star-studded spectacle, one only to be known as Bill Murray's Star Wars.
Ah, Star Wars! Nothing but Star Wars! Give me the Star Wars! Don't let them end!
No, but in all seriousness, Star Wars. I was blown away by the visuals, the worlds, the creatures, and most of all the lightsaber fights. I was and still am enthralled by what one man's vision of a science fiction space opera came out to be, impacting the world over. When I got to watch this, I was sucked in by the world of samurais, cowboys, and princesses in space. The OT really was the jumping on point for me, and yet I even got into the prequels, which, yes, I like.
You underestimate my power!
I read the Expanded Universe books, played the games, and I even wrote a book when I was younger from my love of Star Wars and the science fiction world around it, but with dragons. Don't ask. But it really gave me an appreciation for one character in particular from the 6 movies that I cherished. A character that even today I love more and more as I grow older. A farm boy called to action to save not only the day, but the entire universe. Who didn't seek destruction, but rather the redemption of a man who was deemed to be unforgivable.
I'll never turn to the dark side. You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is Luke Skywalker. Ever since I was younger, especially being a military brat, I was never really stationary. So I felt lost in the world, and seeing someone like Luke really brought something to me. A sense of feeling like there is a grander purpose outside of it all. A hero that isn't just the guy that saves the day, but learns something that I think is lost in a lot of heroes today. A sense of peace.
Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. You must feel the force around you. Here, between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere. Yes, even between the land and the ship.
See the good in people before it became the big trope it is now, to the point of nearly sacrificing himself to save his father's soul. I have always been inspired by him, what it represents to a lot of young men out there. Purpose. Luke, a perfect representation of the hero's journey in my personal opinion, from a starry-eyed kid going out into the world, doing something amazing to cement himself as the hero, to learning that just being headstrong could not only cost your safety, but your friends as well, growing to develop an understanding of the world, and to make sure not to be as brash as he was before, and ultimately finding forgiveness in someone that he never could have imagined possible, with his friends and family to help him along the way, to give him the strength and encouragement from the wise words of Obi-Wan Ben Kenobi.
And the Force is what gives the Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us, and penetrates us, it binds the galaxy together.
To a strange little green creature that jacks your food, but in the end teaches you the lessons of patience and understanding. Han, Chewie, and Lando, who wanted to see nothing but the best for him after their first adventure, and a princess who never lost faith. To even his father, Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, someone so evil his old master, his friend, thought he could never be brought back to the light, only for the chosen one to bring balance to the Force in the end.
No, you're coming with me. I'll not leave you here. I've got to save you.
You already have. Look, you were right. You were right about me. Tell your sister you were right.
Father. I won't leave you.
Everywhere Luke went, he made an impact on one of these characters, not only changing them, but changing himself as well. He is a story that countless of us have faced ourselves, from starry-eyed innocence to having more understanding of the world that we live in. Luke is the purpose that we try to look for in our lives and put what we've learned into practice. My favorite iteration of this costume has to be the Return of the Jedi costume, a symbol of balancing the darkness and the light. The subtle note of the tunic that is open to show the white, showing that Luke will not turn. Well, except in the EU at one point, but that's a different story. Showing that in us all, even in our darkest hours, we can find the light in ourselves. So the question now boils down to this: why does he mean so much to me? Well, I've had troubles in my life, and going out into the world with a dream and an idea, I didn't always choose the right path due to being too headstrong to listen. As I got older, I learned that I had to be patient, not only with others, but with myself, and not run into everything without a plan. Like Luke did in Bespin, I have to approach things with a little more thought, careful planning, and calmness, which is hard in a society that seems to always be on the move and jumping to conclusions. I have relied on my friends and family that have helped me, cheered me on, even given me advice on things, to the therapists and the other people that have been in my life as well, who've shown nothing but greatness through their words and affirmations that help as well. I've always wanted to help people and try my best to be positive in a world that feels at times that it wants to beat you down to its level of depression, where we get jealous of those who achieve and try to destroy them for thinking differently than us. I love what Luke can represent in this world that wants us to do just that and never give up. Make it better with every step that I take, to cheer others on or help when they're feeling down, because even though sometimes you have to put yourself through a test like he does in the final battle between Vader and himself, no matter how dire the situation got or when he used his anger, he always came back, willing to be the sacrifice that saved his father, To me, this cosplay that I have done of him is more than just a cosplay. It's my ideology and my beliefs put to the test. I feel that you can be represented in any character, male, female, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, hetero, or LGBT, as long as the story inspires you to do good. And Luke is that for me. To give those a second chance on life. This is what happened to me. Cosplay, honest to God, saved my life when I headed down a dark path after enduring something I never thought I would recover from. With the help from my friends, family, and therapists have brought me along the way from what I thought I was. I think everyone has a connection to a favorite character that represents them, especially in this field. And this is mine. The savior of the galaxy, farm boy from Tatooine, Grandmaster Jedi, Luke Skywalker. Thanks for watching.